Hello, my name is Kobe Long, and today we'll be watching my How to Use Algebra Times video. My facilitator is Miss Rhonda Ackley, and this is for Algebra 1, Unit 10. See you soon. Back. Now I'm going to show you guys how to use algebra tiles and multiply binomials. It's always important that we always create a rectangle. If we don't create a rectangle, we might have just done our math incorrectly. Okay, everyone, so now I'll be showing you guys how to go through all these steps to multiply binomials. So our problem will be negative 2x plus 1 parentheses x minus 3. So now that you know the problem, our first step will be to grab two negative 2x's and place them right here, because you would have negative x plus negative x equals negative 2x. So now that you have that, you would do your last plus 1, which you would grab right here and put down. So now that you have that, we're going to go up to the top right of the equation, and we're going to show you how to do this side. So our first step also would be to get 1x and place it right there. So now, as you can see, we have 3 negative 3's. So let's get 3 negative 3's. Let's place them, same thing, right next to the x. Okay, so now we're going to move to the middle part of the graph. So now we're going to be multiplying the left side times the top right. Not the equation, right there, okay? So now, if you multiply negative x times x and negative x times x, you would get 2 negative x squareds. Okay, so now we're going to pause right here. We're not going to go to this yet, and we're going to go up to the top part of the equation one last time. Okay, so negative 2x times negative 3 will equal positive 6x. So now that you have 6 positive x's, you place them just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now for the last x, you would multiply 1 times x, which you'd get 1x. And you'd place that last x that you probably have right here. Okay, so now we're going to come back to the 1 and the 3 negative 1's. Oh. Okay, so 1 times negative 1, 1 times negative 1, 1 times negative 1, you would get 3 negative 1's. Okay guys, so now that you have that, we're done with the graph, but now we have to add up all these binomials and get the answer. So now we have 2 negative x squares, which you would get negative 2x, and then you cannot forget your square, which you would place right there. So now that we have 7 x's, we would place, oh, thank you, Mom. Okay, so now that we have 7 x's, you would add plus 7. And you cannot forget, I always make this mistake, that you have to put the x there, and then you're done with this part right here. Now you're down to the 3 negative 1's. So now for your last step, and you're all done, negative and a 3. The reason you get negative 3 is if you add negative 1 plus negative 1 plus negative 1, you get negative 3. Thank you guys, and have a great day. Hello everyone, and in the second video I will be showing you guys how to multiply polynomials. So our first step will be to grab 2 x's and put 1 on the bottom left and 1 on the top right. The reason I say that is because x times x equals x squared, and that will be the first part of our equation. For our second part, we would want to grab 7 1's. 1 second, guys, let me count. Okay, now that I have my 1's, we're going to place these down. So you're going to want to put 2 down here and 2 up here. And 5 up here, I'm sorry. Take that there, 3, 4, 5. Okay guys, so the reason I put these 7 1's and 2 on each side, 2 on this side and 5 on that side, is because the goal in this equation is to be able to add 2 plus 5, which equals 7, and then we're going to get to the rest of it right now. So 2 times 5 equals 10, and 2 plus 5 equals 7. That is really the goal in this equation. So Okay, let's go in the middle of the graph now. So we have an x squared. So now that we have an x squared, we'll place the x squared right there. X squared is because of this right here. And as you guys can see, we need 7 x's. So let's grab 7 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same thing that we did up here, we're going to want to do here. So we're going to put 2 down here. Now, we're going to be coming close to the end of this equation. Last step for this equation is to get 10 positive ones. So let's do 10 positive ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now that we finished the graph, now we're going to get the answer. So x squared, or at least we're going to need that. Oh, sorry guys, made a mistake right there. What we would want to do right here is actually get, the goal is to be able to, like I said in the beginning of the video, add 5 plus 2, which equals 7, and 5 times 2 equals 10. That is going to be the answer of this video. X plus 2, and for our last step, x plus 5. Thank you guys, and catch you in the next video. Okay guys, for the last problem today, I will be presenting a quadratic equation. Today's problem is x squared minus 6x plus 3. So let's get to it. So our first step will be to basically divide this into 2 x's. So as we're going to place 1 on the bottom left and 1 on the top right. So let's get that there. Okay, so now that we have that, let's move on to the second number we got here. It's going to be a negative 6x. So let's grab some x's and let's place them. Oh, sorry, made a mistake, guys. Sorry about that. Actually, we're going to use 1. Sorry about that. Alright, so we have 6 negatives, so we're actually going to split it in half into 3. So on 3 on each side. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that we have that, as you guys can see, I was probably like, okay, so maybe you can do something with the plus 3. No, we're going to leave that. We're going to come back to that. Don't worry. But we're going to bring this x squared, as you guys can see, as we have right there. We're going to bring it right there. Okay, so we have that. Now, we're going to use the x's as I made a mistake earlier in the video, guys. Sorry about that. And let's place these. So, that's 1. Oh, it's actually, sorry guys, I almost made a mistake. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's going to be negative. Sorry. One more mistake. Sorry. It's actually positive. Sorry. Okay, so let's place 3 up there. As you guys can see, we split it in half like that too. Split them in half like the same way. Okay, so have that done. Okay, so now we're coming back to this plus 3. Okay, guys. So now we're going to use 3 1s. That's all we have until we finish the rest of the problem that we can place more. Okay, so we're going to place 1, 2, 3. Okay, so as you guys can see, you guys are probably like, oh, it's not a full rectangle or anything. Alright, so let's count how many we should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we're going to come over more to the side work situation over here. Okay, so let's get that going. Alright, so we're going to write down the problem over here so we have a better look at it. Okay, so we have our equation wrote down. Now, what we're trying to do is be able to add more 1s actually. Okay, so we're gonna place however more we need. So we're gonna need actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more recount, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so 6. So plus 6, and you're gonna want to put a 0 there because whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you gotta do to the other. So plus 6. Okay. Let's rewrite this one more time, and let's add this all up and stuff. So, Okay. Now that we have that, let's actually convert this into more of like a, something with the parentheses. Sorry about that. So x plus or x minus 3, because the reason we're trying to do here is we're trying to actually get something that multiplies the 9 but adds to the negative 6. So that's x minus 3. Alright, now we have that. Whatever, you got to keep bringing this down, so don't forget to bring down your equals 6. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you an easier way that you could have done this. You could have just wrote it like this, which probably some of you guys did, okay? Okay, x minus 3 squared equals 6, okay? So, now we're going to get rid of these parentheses. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to get rid of these, okay? We don't need those no more. They're at the conclusion. Okay, so x minus 3 squared equals 6. And now we're going to actually add the rational sign, so let's do that. Make sure that 2 does not get inside the rational sign, only the x minus 3, okay? So, alright. Okay, so now we're getting down to the last few steps, guys. So now we're going to want to actually just let's cancel out this rational and this square. We don't need that no more. The goal of this, we're trying to get x by itself, okay, guys? So now that we canceled this out, let's rewrite this one more time. Sorry, guys. And actually, now we're basically just going to move this to the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to place it like this. It's going to look something like this. Okay. Now that we have that, now we're almost able to be able to get x by itself now. So we're gonna actually add a plus or minus because we really don't know if this 6 is gonna stay negative or positive. So let's do that. X minus 3 equals rational. Oh, and add that plus or minus sign back there. Sorry, I got a little small. Forgot to put it before it. Okay, now we're almost there, guys. Don't hang with me. So plus 3. The reason I push plus 3 is the only way to get rid of a negative is the opposite, obviously positive. So now that we did that, whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you have to do to the other. So don't forget to put a plus 3 over here too. Okay, now we can cancel this out and write x equals plus or minus 6. And you cannot add 3 to the 6. You can't just basically add it to 9, okay? You have to make sure, because since the 3 does not have a rational sign over it like the 6 does, you're going to want to place it outside of the 6 or the rational sign, okay? So now that you guys see, this will be our answer. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you, guys.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is